What's up YouTube? This is Abhinav Mahajan. Guys, first of all, I'm extremely sorry for my bad throat. I'm having this stupid cough. But this is a Q&A time. So I got this question from one of our friends, Rahul, on my Instagram that, Abhinav, how can we maintain muscle while being sick? Now, I'm going to divide this thing in two parts in the same video. I'm going to take it as how can we actually maintain muscle mass while being sick or being injured, right? So first of all, before we even go forward and I tell you like how you can actually do that, first of all, you have to understand that how actually we build muscle, how our body builds muscle, because our body doesn't work like that. Okay, I want to build muscle, so I go in the gym and start lifting weights, and you know what? I will buff up in a day or two. It doesn't happen like that. There's a proper mechanism, there's a proper, you can say, hypertrophy systematic mechanism that happens which makes your muscles grow. Your muscles will only grow when they have a reason to grow, and the only reason to grow for them is when you increase the stress on them. So let's say last week you were doing 100 kgs for 8 reps. Now the next week, now let's say that 100 kg is the baseline for your muscles. Now your muscles are apt enough to to go for 100 kgs for 8 reps on your bench press. Next week, what you need to do, and what we call this term, is the progressive overload. So until unless next week you go for 100 reps for 10 reps, or let's say 105 kgs for 8 reps. Now I'm really simplifying this stuff for you so that you can understand it. It's very complicated. I'll make a whole new video for that, how the hypertrophy actually happens. But just to simplify it, you have to do more reps with the same weight, or let's say more weight with the same reps every single week, progressively overloading to make sure that you are building more muscle. And if you want to maintain your muscle, I told you the baseline 100 kgs for 8 reps. So if you want to maintain your muscles on your chest or on your pecs, you have to make sure the next time you're doing at least 100 kgs for 8 reps. Now I have that explained how you actually build muscle. Let's move on to the intricate part of this video, that is how you can maintain muscle mass while being sick or injured. First of all, I'll go for sickness. Let's say you have a common cough and cold, right? And it's just like a weather thing, just passing weather thing, and it's not making you that uncomfortable. You're just having some common cough and cold. So what you do is you go in the gym. You can easily go in the gym, start lifting some weights, and you'll be fine, right? Whatever you want to do with there, you want to lift heavy, you want to go for, let's say, more reps, it's fine. You can do that and you can maintain the muscle mass. But if you're really, really sick, if you have fever, let's say it's a kind of viral fever, and then on top of that you have cold and cough, and it's taxing on your central nervous system, your immunity needs to be on point to recover from that sickness. You know what will happen if you do the same thing as you were doing for cough and cold? If you go in the gym and you start lifting the same weights, it will eventually tax your central nervous system to the point where your immunity will come down and you won't be able to recover properly even from your workouts and from your sickness. So that maintaining muscle mass will be the last thing, or should be the last thing on your mind if you're really, really sick, if you're having fever. What you can actually do is, there's no excuse to not go to the gym. What you can do is reduce your intensity or the weights by, let's say, 30 to 40%. So if you are bench pressing 100 kgs for 10 reps, what you can do, you can go in the gym, drop down the intensity of the weights 70 kgs, and same with the volume for maybe, let's say, 6 to 8 reps, right? Now, if this sickness has gone for more than 1 week or 2 weeks, there will be some atrophy. There will be some decrease in your muscle mass, but it won't be significant enough if you're not training at all, right? So just no excuses for not working out. But make sure you're not overdoing it. You're not overkilling your central nervous system, because otherwise your immunity will come down and you'll have to face the consequences afterwards. So guys, let's go to the second part, what to do if you are injured and how to maintain muscle mass in that. Now, if you're following on Instagram, I've been updating a lot that I'm facing this shoulder injury. If you want to know exactly, it's called bursitis, and I've not been able to do proper upper body workouts from last 3 months, and I've faced significant muscle loss. And if you are sick and injured, the same thing is going to happen to you. The maintaining muscle mass or building muscle should be the last thing on your mind. if your joints, your ligaments are not healthy, and if you are pushing your body more than your limits when you're injured, what will eventually happen is you have to face the consequences on the long term. So you'll be, for throughout your life, you'll be getting more injured because you didn't give your body enough of time to recover. So what I used to do, I used to go to the gym, I used to do some bicep or triceps workouts, not that heavy. I couldn't do any chest, shoulder or back workouts due to this problem. But what I did was I worked on my legs, and eventually what happened, because I was stressing a lot on my legs, I actually increased the size. So the same thing you can do if you have an upper body injury. Don't mess with it. Please don't mess with it. Yes, you might face some atrophy in the shorter term, but in the long run, you have to make sure that you take care of it. Also, guys, you have to understand this one thing, that your diet needs to be on point. There's just no excuse that if you're sick or if you are injured, you need to slack on your diet. So you can go to the gym. What you can actually do is you bump up your protein a little bit so that it helps you in recovery, both for your injury and your muscles, and decrease some of the carbohydrates so that, because you're not working out that much, so there's no risk of depositing more of the fat, and have healthy fats intakes. Keep on consuming your essential fatty acids and multivitamins, the micronutrients, and you'll be fine. So yes, I didn't give a proper solution as to how to maintain muscle mass, because it's actually not possible to do that until unless you're pushing yourself at the same limits as you were doing before you got sick or before you got injured. But these are some of the ways where you can decrease the loss of muscle mass, right? So I hope this was helpful. Comment down below what you think about it. Please share with your friends if you think that's, all I'm trying to do is help you guys out with your goals, to reach your goals faster. And please subscribe if you think that this was helpful. Till next time, I'm gonna see you. Till then, keep going, keep growing stronger.